Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Dimas Angga Saputra with student ID 24029008. And today I will explain my group media about Cuisenaire Rods. And what is a Cuisenaire Rods? Cuisenaire Rods are a mathematic instructional media of small color rods of different lengths, where each color represents a specific number. And this media is used to solve the problem about fraction operation. And what is a fraction? A fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole that has been divided into equal parts. In a fraction, there are two parts, namely numerator and denominator. Numerator is a number on the top and denominator is a number on the bottom. In the fraction exists equivalent fraction. Equivalent fractions are two or more fractions that have the same value but have different numerator and denominator. First, you can see in my group media there is 10 rods with different color and different length. And we can suppose the white rod here represent 1 unit. Then, if we add one more white rod here, it's equal with one red rod, which means one red rod is 2 units. And if we add one more white rod here, it will equals with one light green rod, which means the one light green rod is 3 units. And if we add more white rod here until it's equal with orange rod, the orange rods will represent 10 units. Okay, let's move to the first question for the addition. And I have the question a half plus 2/3. First, we need to identify which rod is represent a half and which rod is represent 2/3. I will use the white rod as a unit 1. And I will use the red rod as the units 2 because red rod is made from 2 white rods. It means this is 2 over 2 or equal to 1. And if we take out one white rod here, this is will be equal to a half. And how about 2/3? I will use white rod to make it more easier. The numerator of 2/3 is 2, which means we need 2 white rod here as numerator and 3 white rod as denominator. Now let's find a rods that can be represented by 2 white rods that I explained before. 2 white rod is equal to 1 red rods. And 3 white rods is equal to 1 light green rods. This is equal to 2 over 3. To add this fraction, we need to find the least common multiply, or the rods that can be replaced, or the rod that can be represented by light green rods and red rods. Let's do trial and error. Maybe for the first rod I will use the yellow rods. And let's see. is yellow rods can represent for the red rods. Okay. Not enough. We will add more red rods. Still not enough, and we will add one more here, and we can see the yellow rod cannot represent two red rods. We need to find another rods. Okay, I will use maybe the pink rods. Let's check. Can pink rod represent two red rod and light green rods? This is not enough. We add more red rods. Yes, the pink rod can represent for the red rods. Let's check for the light green rods. This is not yet. We add more. We can see the pink rod cannot represent two red rod and light green rods. We need to find another rods. Okay, now let's take the dark green rod. Let's check with the red rods and the light green rods. For the red rods, if we add one here, this is not yet. We add more. Still not enough. We add one more. The dark green rod can represent the red rods. And how about the light green rods? We add one here, is not yet enough. We add one here, and this is enough. The green rod can represent for the red rods and the light green rods. And if we take out one light green rod here, this is a half, like the same value as the first fraction, which means this is equivalent fraction. And if we take out one red rod here, this is 2/3. And the result for the addition operation of the fraction is we need to collect all the numerator here. This is equal with, and if we made it in units, the black rod is 7 units and the dark green rod is 6 units. So the answer is 7 over 6. Okay, let's move to the next question about subtraction. And I have a question here. A half minus a third. To make it more easier, I will use white rods again as 1 unit. A half is 1 unit as the numerator and 2 unit as denominator. And I already explained before. The rods can be represented by 2 white rods is the red rods. Next, a third. I will use 1 white rod as the numerator as the units and 3 white rods as the numerator of units. 3 units here, 3 units. We need to find a rods that can be represented by 3 white rods that I already explained before. The rod is light green rods. This is a third. Now, like the addition operation before, we need to find the rods that can be represented for the red rods and the light green rods. The denominator is 2 and 3. This is same like the question before. And the rods that can be represented by red rod and light green rod is dark green rods. Let's check again. we need to compare with red rods here. We add one red rod. This is not yet enough. We add one more. Still not enough. We add one more. As you can see, the dark green rod can be represented to red rods. And for the light green rod, we checks one light green rod, one light green rod's not enough to the dark green rod. We add one more, and you can see the dark green rod can represent for the light green rods. If we take out one light green rod here, this is a half. If we take out one red rod here, this is 2 over 3. And if we take out one more red rod here, this is 1/3. Subtraction means we need to take out. To make it more easier, I will use these white rods to represent the light green rods and the red rods. And you can see this is 1 and 1 if we made it in units or white rods. We can take it out, and the remainder is 2 over 1. We take out together one more here, and the remainder is 1, and this is no more rod here. So the answer is 1 here over 6. So a half minus 1/3 is 1 over 6. And the next question is 1 divided by a half. I will use maybe this rod, light green rod is a 1, and we need to find how many a half that can be fit on this light green rod. Let's check with the smallest first. Let's check with the smallest rod, the white rod as the units. 1, 2, 3, and you can see this is 3 rods can be fit on the one light green rod. This is not a half. And how about the maybe red rods? The red rod is not a half of the light green rods. We need to change the rods, and I will use these pink rods as the one. We need to find the rod that is a half of this pink rod. Let's check the white rods. As you can see, the white rod is 1 over 4 of the pink rod, so this is not a half for the pink rod. Now let's check with the red rods. And we can see one red rod here is a half of the pink rods, because 2 red rods is equal to 1 pink rod. And how many red rods can be fit in the pink rod? As we can see, this is 2 red rods. So 1 divided by a half is equals to 2. Okay, that's all from my explanation about Cuisenaire rods. I'm sorry for all of my mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.